Good morning.
Good morning, Simon.
Where are you from?
I'm from Mexico,
Mexico. What part of Mexico? Close to the US or closer to South America or South America?
close to Mexico City. I live in
Ah,
Querétaro.
very nice. That's much better weather than we're having.
Yes, that's right.
And how do I pronounce your name?
Viridiana.
Viridiana.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming to class this morning. I've not had you as a student before.
You're welcome.
Have you been attending verbling classes?
Since this weekend.
Oh, so you're new to us.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I think you'll enjoy this. You sound like you're an advanced speaker. You know English well.
Yes, I've been studying English for almost 2 years.
Excellent. So what are you looking to gain from attending classes? What do you want to improve upon?
Well, I want to speak more fluently because
Hmm.
of my job. I usually have conversations by telephone, by email, or personal conversations with English speakers, American speakers, suppliers in China, US.
Okay, so I can see why English is very important. So to enunciate clearly is obviously important to you, but also being able to speak on various topics.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, good. Well, today our focus is on small talk, which is something you can definitely use in your conversations.
Okay.
Paul, hello.
Hi Simon, nice to meet you. How are you?
Nice to meet you. I'm well, thanks. Where are you from, Paul?
Okay, I'm from Russia, a kind of a middle part, not so far away from the capital city, Moscow.
So it's probably, I don't know, late afternoon, evening time?
It's actually 5 p.m. in Russia.
Okay, good. Yeah. And I should have realized that. Is that a Russian flag behind you in the
Yes,
background?
yes, yes, exactly. And I did this photo on purpose so you can guess where I'm from. Yeah,
Yes, I thought so.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm a little older, so I'm still used to the old Soviet flag.
Oh, yes, it's a stereotype.
Yeah, well, it's just when I grew up, the Union was a very strong country, and I think it was at its height. So you became people my age kind of really they remember that period quite well.
Yes, I suppose you remember that because a lot of controversy went on during the time about the relationship between the USSR and the USA. Yeah.
Oh yes, and of course we're very close to the USA.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so very interesting time. Well, I'm glad you could make it. I know, like me, you're in a very cold country, and this is an exciting time of year for us because spring is here.
Yeah, actually, the spring is here in Russia, and we have like -1 degree Celsius, so it's getting warmer, and it's good. I like the warmer weather.
Me too. It's -2 right now, so unfortunately, it's not quite that warm yet. Thank you, Paul. Nina, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Simon. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are things in the Windy City?
Um, Windy and cold. It's really, yes, yeah. It's really cold today too. And in fact, they have the marathon today. I wonder how, people are gonna be really get cold today. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never understood running. Never. If I need to be somewhere quick, take the car.
Yeah, me too. Well, I use the
Um,
transportation, yeah, public transportation. Yeah, I don't have car. Yeah.
that's pretty smart. We have a car, but we only have one. And most of the times I take the bus to work. I use public transportation as well.
Yeah, I
It's
think it's very
just
easy.
less,
Yeah.
yeah, less stressful, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't have to find a parking, and like you don't have to pay for insurance or anything like that. It's like okay, it's a easy life, I would say.
Yep, and you don't have to worry about anything. It's just a great way to get to work. So
Right.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, thank you and welcome to class. Today, obviously, is about small talk, which, if you've noticed already, guys, we're kind of doing that already. We'll have a discussion shortly. Jose, good morning.
Good afternoon for me.
Well, where
Hi,
are you
Simon.
that it's afternoon?
Yes, I'm from Spain.
Wow. Okay, so somebody joining us from Western Europe. That's terrific. What part of Spain are you from?
I live in Valencia.
Oh, do you like football?
Yes, I like football.
Let's see if we can guess your favorite team.
My
What?
my favorite team is Valencia team. Do you know?
Oh, I've heard of Valencia. I've heard of Barcelona. Yeah,
Yes.
it's impossible not to have heard of those teams.
Okay.
Is it a good year?
Yes, it's a good idea.
Excellent. So, what else um, goes on in your area of the woods? How are things? Is the weather nice?
The weather is nice. Today,
Much warmer.
today we have 22 degrees.
Wow. Paul, did you hear that? 32 degrees.
Yeah, it's really great. I envy that.
Uh, we couldn't handle that. Our countries would melt. All right. Well, Jose, thank you for joining us from Spain. Anna, good morning.
Good morning.
And how are you? I know, unfortunately, you guys are heading towards winter and not summer.
Um, well, it's going to be fall right now.
Yeah. And what are your winters like? Are they really cold, or is it like 10 degrees or 20 degrees?
Here in Brazil, it's sunny all year long. Now it's sunny.
Yeah, I think I've definitely picked the wrong country. Sunny and warm all year long. Anna, what kind of hobbies do you have? Do you like going to movies? Do you have a favorite movie?
Yes, I like going to the movie theater. And I have a soft spot for movies where the setting is the Second War.
Oh,
I
the
don't know
World War
why.
II.
Yes, the World War too. And some of my hobbies include wakeboarding, swimming, and snorkeling.
Oh, excellent. See, I love to snorkel. Swimming, as long as it's not in a pool. I like the ocean or a lake. Um, and yeah, I used to really enjoy World War II movies too. More documentaries. Being British, it was a very difficult time for us. So yeah, I think history. If you don't learn it, you're doomed to repeat it. So excellent. Well, thank you, Anna. And Wellington. Good morning, Wellington.
Good morning, how are you?
I just woke up about an hour ago, so I'm still a little tired. I haven't had breakfast yet, but I do have my tea.
Yes.
How about you?
Yeah, I'm good. I wake up late today because yesterday I attended a wedding. The party was very good.
Mhm.
My friends are a my friends is a family, a great family. I think they are almost 40 people, yes, 40 people, and they all are very funny. And the great was very, very good.
I think humor is very important.
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
Humor is very important to everybody for everything. Maybe
yeah, I hope we can have some
Simon?
little bit more time this morning talking to each of you, because I wanted you to see small talk in action. So who would like to volunteer, and who would like to tell me what small talk is? Who knows?
Okay, I'd like to try.
All right, Paul, go
So,
ahead.
yeah, in my opinion, small talk is like talk a little one, not so long, and it aims at just to start the conversation, to warm up a little bit, and to establish relaxed and warm like a rapport between the people in order to like continue talking business after that. And I know that British people really enjoy small talks about weather, which we had a little earlier. Okay.
Okay, good. Now,
Mhm.
unfortunately, somebody's playing a musical band in the background, which makes it harder to hear you.
Sorry,
But
it's a background noise. My neighbor's drilling. I apologize for that. Sorry.
okay. So Paul said it well. It's a way to start a conversation, to create a rapport. Now, yes, we British do love to talk about the weather, and I'd say the weather is one of the top conversations for starting small talk. Generally, it's about things that are unimportant. Things that do not have a great impact on our lives. They're not serious topics. And this is very important. They're unimportant and they're not serious. Now, duration. You can be having a small talk for almost an hour. There really is no time limit. What determines the time limit is who you're having the conversation with. If it's business, chances are you're not going to spend an hour. You might only spend 2 or 3 minutes, sometimes maybe 5 or 10. So we have this conversation to create a rapport. If I just come up to Wellington and I say, Wellington, do you have those figures for me? Or Anna, where's the report? It's very abrupt, it's very sudden, and makes people jump sometimes to be so assertive and so strong with what we're asking for. So we try things a little differently. We start off by saying, good morning, how are things? And some people will just say, good morning, how are you? And really they don't care. They're just saying, good morning, how are you? Where's the report? That's not effective. If you do say good morning to somebody, or how are you? Sorry, if you say how are you, listen. Listen to what they said and respond. Provide feedback. That's what communication is. Communication is not one person talking. It's one person talking and another person listening to that message. So we start a conversation. Let's not worry about the time. As you saw with each of you, I spent a couple of minutes. Now, I said time doesn't matter too much. We want to create a rapport, that's true, but what I really want to talk about now is what type of topics, what kind of topics are good for small talk? All right? Anna, let's start with you. What are some great topics for small talk?
The weather, of course.
Yeah, weather is I'd say it's number one. What else?
Travel,
Yeah,
trips.
travel's an excellent one. Yeah.
Well, what else? Maybe music, movies,
Music,
entertainment.
movies. Yeah, entertainment in general. Very good. Excellent. Jose, what are some other great topics for small
Uh,
talk?
about sports.
Yeah, definitely. We talked about football, didn't we?
Yes. Another topic. Uh, other top. Another topic.
Sure.
Family.
Okay. Family. Anything else?
Uh, I don't know.
Okay, no, that's good. I mean,
Yeah.
Anna's already said a lot of things. So let's go to Nina. Nina, what are some other great topics for small talk?
I think the relate to that one for sport, it could be some type of hobbies or
Hobbies, yeah.
yeah. So it could be something about um, you might have some interest in something like you like to play guitar, you like go scuba diving, or some other thing that based on your interest, or you might know the person that you want to talk to, what do they like, and also the news, I would say.
News,
News,
okay.
yeah, because you can talk like, okay, hey, have you heard about plane crash in Europe? Thing like that. Yeah. So,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
people can give their emotion into it or tell you about some stuff that you might didn't even know about it.
Okay, very good. That's true. Paul, is there anything that we've missed here?
Oh yes, I think we can end up asking about the person's health, and we can ask how are you, how are things, just simple as that. Maybe about the family, yeah, we mentioned family. So and generally about the international events, is news, yeah, I agree with that. And I think it's pretty much all the topics.
Yeah, I can't think of any other topics for small talk, but we've got Saud, Verdania, and Wellington. Have we missed anything here?
Yes, I think also vacations. You can start in asking how are your vacations, where
Okay,
did you
very good.
go, and also in Mexico we usually ask from traffic jams.
Traffic, yes. Actually, that is a very good one. It's up there with weather sometimes. For those of you that live in cities, Mexico, Moscow, London, Paris,
Yeah.
you understand this, right? Toronto, it's got to be one of the worst cities in the world, but not as bad as, drum roll please, Sao Paulo, where the
Hmm.
rich and wealthy take helicopters to work. It's so bad. All right,
Yes.
Saud, you
Okay.
were about to say something. Have we missed anything?
Yes. Business.
Business.
Yeah. Especially uh, emerging trends in business. Good topic. Amazing topic.
Okay.
Also, I like the topic regarding criminal justice, detective stories, something like that.
Okay.
Uh, Also, politics. Mm, countries.
Sorry, that last item was again?
Uh, countries. Information about countries.
Oh, well, I think we have that in terms of travel.
Travel. Yeah, it's close.
Okay. Well, good. Let's take a look at the list again. If you guys are wondering, well, where is it? I'm using the group chat, and I've typed out what everybody has said. Can anybody make any observations about that list? Do I have any volunteers?
Yes,
Mm,
Okay, Nina, go ahead. You were first.
I saw that you put the asterisk sign on some of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing that there are some certain topics that we can use for the small talk, and then some certain topic that we have to be careful the level of information that we will communicate with with other people.
Bingo. Okay, so let me explain. Um, family. Well, yes and no. So I think Paul mentioned that one. And if I just said, now, think of you guys are a perfect example. I don't know you guys very well. Some I know more than others. And if I said to Anna, tell me about your family, Anna might think, well, ooh, back off a little bit. That's a little personal. Not only do I not know you very well, teacher, but I do not know the rest of the students very well enough to talk about that. But if I ask Anna, how was your weekend? Well, that's okay. That's an open-ended question. It's not talking about anything serious or important. Okay? So we want to avoid really any personal questions, because generally you're going to have small talk with people you don't know as well as people you do know. If you know the people, then you know what questions to ask, but keep in mind small talk is about the unimportant. If you're having a conversation with a colleague about your kids going to school, that's not small talk anymore, right? We use small talk to create a rapport, so be very careful with how personal you get. It might not work for you. News. The example was given, well, the plane crash. Well, some people hate the news. Actually, that's not true. A lot of people hate news that is sad, depressing, like a plane crash, for example. Or me and Paul just talked a little bit about the old days of when the Soviet Union existed alongside the United States, and I think Paul said, I can't remember the exact words he used, but they were interesting times. And I said, yes, they were, and it's just I remember back then, because I grew up at that time, I didn't get into details about those situations. There was disarmament talks, there was confrontations, there were wars in different parts of the world where you were either sided with the Soviet Union or the United States. I didn't get into that. That's a serious discussion. That's no longer small talk. Okay? So be careful with news. If you don't know the person, avoid news. Okay? They might bring it up, and then feel free to go into it, but avoid serious topics. Now, the news is about anything that's happening and going on, so it's kind of a vague one to do. All I would say is, and I'll talk to you guys about topics to avoid shortly, and then you guys will get into a conversation. Health. Yeah, no. How's your health? Did those medical tests go well? Not something you want to really get into. And Saud mentioned a few here. Business. Well, it depends on your audience. Now, you can talk to everybody about weather, as I did. But when it comes to talking about business, a lot of people couldn't care. So it's not a great topic to start with. You might go there, or depending on your audience, it might work. Like, hey, what do you think of the dollar lately? Or what's happening to the euro, right? If you're in a work environment, if you're an investment bank, that's great small talk. But very quickly that will go into a very serious discussion, right? So it's not ideal. Emerging trends, perhaps, but crime and politics are two of the ones you should avoid. They're very serious. They're very emotional to a lot of people. So let me give you ones we should avoid. Okay? War, anything to do with conflict.
Religion.
Divorce. Death, money, you know, all the topics that people feel very strong about, okay? Now, I don't want to go into a lot of detail about these topics because the more time I talk, the less time you guys get to talk. So here's what we're going to do. Dramatic pause. We're going to take about 2 minutes each, and we're going to practice small talk, but not with me. I'm going to have you guys practice together. All right? Because this is a very real situation. You guys don't know each other well, and it's a perfect test of using small talk. I'll give you one other tip. ask open-ended questions, such as, how are you? Where are you from? What's your favorite movie? It lets the other person talk. Don't ask yes or no questions, right? Because it's usually a yes or no answer and that's it. And if somebody's shy, they'll just give you a yes or no answer. So I'd like 2 volunteers.
Okay, I'd like to try.
Okay, I've got Paul. Who else?
Me too, me too. I want to try.
Radenya?
Yes.
Okay, that's you. All right, so you guys, I'll give you 2 minutes, and I've got my watch here. So when I pull it up to the screen, it says 2 minutes. You guys need to stop, or I'll have to interrupt. So starting now, you guys have 2 minutes to have a conversation using small talk. Go ahead, please.
Okay, Urdania, hello, how are you?
Hello, Paul. Great. How are you?
Oh yeah, I'm fine, thanks for asking. Yeah, great. Oh, have you seen this new Sherlock TV series? I really like it. It's one of my favorites. Have you seen it?
No, I don't think so. In what channel did you see it?
Okay, actually, watched it on the internet. I streamed it, and it was very convenient. And I find this series really great. The actors are brilliant. It's very well shot, so I really recommend it to you. So I suggest you go and see it. Really.
Okay, thanks. What is all about?
Okay.
What it is about?
Actually, it's about 2 people, Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, and they are solving crimes. Okay, and tell me about your favorite TV series, please.
Well, I usually watch comedy TV series. I enjoy too much the comedy series on Warner Channel, like Friends or Two and a Half Men.
Okay, that's very interesting. I like comedy TV series too. They're very entertaining, and especially when you're a little sad. So, okay, great. I hope you'll have a nice day.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
I can see you are from Russia. In what city do you live?
Sorry.
Sorry, guys. Let me stop you for a minute.
Okay.
There's just too much noise for us to be able to hear clearly. Sorry.
I'm really sorry about that. My neighbors are crazy.
Yeah, maybe next time we talk we'll have you type and then we can hear. Okay, so some observations there. Whenever we're having small talk, we have a tendency to talk fast and talk a lot because we're afraid of silence. Like this. I'm not. Silence is very powerful. And if we know how to use it, we can communicate very, very well. As I pause, you guys are waiting to hear the next thing I'm going to say. You're curious. Whereas if I talk really fast like this, you're going, oh my God, you're giving me a headache. Please stop. Stop talking, please. All right? So what I challenge you to do is when you ask a question, pause. Let the other person respond. If there's silence, that's okay. Allow there to be silence for a few seconds. And if somebody doesn't say anything, you might say, sorry, have I said something wrong? Trust me, it'll go a lot smoother. And also, another thing, when we're talking, having a conversation with somebody, that person will think we had a much better conversation if they get to do most of the talking. So by asking open-ended questions that allows them to answer, they'll talk longer and they'll feel better. It's a bit of psychology, but it works. All right, I need 2 more volunteers. Yes, Wellington, thank you. We have 1 volunteer from Wellington.
Yes.
I need another volunteer.
I'm going to do that.
All right,
Thanks, Nina.
Nina and Wellington, you guys have 2 minutes Don't forget the topics that are great for small talk, and try not to ask yes or no questions. Go ahead, please. Your time starts now.
Hey, Wellington, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, Nina. And you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Where are you from again? Can you remind me that?
I'm from Brazil. I live in São Paulo. Here, I think the 30 biggest city in the world. I think. And you?
Oh,
Where?
yeah. Currently I live in Chicago right now. Yeah, it's a cold
Chicago.
city. It's like
Oh,
the middle part of United States. We call it Midwest.
okay. What is good in Chicago?
There are a lot of great things over here that I like, except weather. I like the nice landscape, nice skyline, buildings, architectures. They have a lot of great museums here, and also the beach. Not like it's not the real beach like in Brazil. It's a lake, but we call like a beach that we can go and hang out. Very fun. Yeah, I like to do like paddleboarding or sailing. This is my hobbies. How about you? What do you do in Brazil?
Brazil is a great country. We had a lot of things. The weather is good all the year, and we had different people here. I think the people is warm. Is very we have beautiful beaches here. We have countries. We have metropolis, and but living in São Paulo is a little complicated because the traffic. Because
Oh,
um,
sorry. I got so absorbed in the conversation, I let you guys speak longer than I should have. And that was really good example of a good small talk conversation. It was so good, in fact, that I forgot you guys went 20 seconds over your time. Good use of pauses. Excellent use of asking an open-ended question and then responding afterwards by saying, and you, what about you? See, in that case, you don't even have to come up with your own question. You're using the other person's question.
yeah.
Right? So if you're shy or not sure what to talk about, after you finish speaking, you say, well, what about you? It's an excellent technique. Very well done. 2 more volunteers, please.
Okay, me.
All right, Jose and Saud. Thank you, Saud. Anna just typed me, so
Anna.
Jose and Anna then. You guys have
Okay.
2 minutes. Just give me a second to get my clock ready.
Hello,
Okay,
Anna.
go ahead.
What have
Hello,
you been
Anna.
up to here? Hi, what have you been up to here?
Sorry?
What's up? What are the news?
Okay. The news in Spain. What about the news?
About your life, what have you
Ah,
been
my
up
life.
to here?
Okay. I am married. I have 2 children. A daughter, he is 12 years old, and a son, he is 7 years old. What about you?
Ah, nice, I have 2 children as well. Um, well, have you heard about a good movie that is playing in the movie theaters nowadays?
I saw by Heroes is. Do you know this movie?
No, I have never heard about it. Is it good?
Yes, for me it was a good movie. A good movie. Uh, what is your favorite movie?
Well, I have a soft spot for movies about the Second World War.
Okay. Where are you from, Ana Carolina?
Brazil, and you?
Okay, I'm from Spain. I born in Spain, and you? I was born in Spain, and you?
Okay, well, you got about 8 seconds. So
Okay.
let's talk here. So a couple of things. I sense a bit of nervousness. You know, you're on the spot, you're
Yes.
having to talk. Don't forget, what's one thing we can do when we feel nervous? What's one thing we can do? Anyone?
I don't know.
Pause.
Yeah, pause, take your time. You're not in a rush. In fact, the faster you talk,
You can
the less
take
control you have over a conversation.
you can take a deep breath.
Yeah, breathe deeply, relax, wait for the other person to answer. Okay? Now, I want to sort of highlight some of the difficulties with small talk and how to overcome them. As some of you have had great conversations, others not so good. And that's perfect because it highlights what happens. And I'll try to help you guys do it better. So I want to know who would like to try small talk with me because I'm going to be difficult.
Yes,
Yeah.
me. Saud.
Oh, Saud, okay. So Saud, I want you to start a small talk conversation with me. Now, I'm not going to be very friendly. I'm not going to be rude. I'm going to seem like I just don't want to talk.
Aggressive way.
Now, and what you've got to try to do, now obviously if I don't want to talk after a while, you'll give up, but maybe it's the type of topic, maybe you don't know, but let's see what happens, okay?
Okay. Hi, man. How are you
Hey,
doing?
I'm okay.
Actually, I'm a stranger. I just came here a few days ago, and I want to describe me to know some location here in this new city for me. Can you help me, please?
Yeah, sure. What are you trying to do?
I need to know what is the famous restaurant in this city, and what is the good location for the tourism.
Well, that really depends on what food you like. Do you like Chinese food, Russian food, Italian? You know, there's so many good places.
Actually, I'm looking for the location. I need to the restaurant that has a good view and the artery road, something like that.
Okay, well, you might want to try the CN Tower. It's a revolving restaurant, so you get to see the entire city. You get to see the lake, and it's about 1,100 feet above the ground. And it's fine dining. It's good food, but the view is really the best.
Oh, nice, nice. How far that restaurant's from here?
Oh, it's about 30 minutes.
Uh, by car?
Uh, by car, by transit, yeah, it's all about the same.
Okay, if I walk, how many minutes will it will take?
Oh, probably 4 hours.
Okay. Uh, are you resident here in this nice city?
Well, I'm a visitor. I live just to the north of the city. Okay, so
Yeah.
let me stop here. So, how did the conversation first start? Who would like to volunteer? Okay, Anna, how did that conversation start?
He asked if information.
Was I friendly?
Yes.
Actually, I wasn't. He asked me questions, and I was like, yes, no, okay. I didn't really
Yeah.
care.
Specific answer.
Yeah, very specific answer. I just didn't seem to be interested. When did I start to open up? Jose, when did I start to open up?
Open up when half past 2 minutes, no? More or less.
Yeah, it's when he asked for some help. He wanted to know something, and it's like, oh, somebody needs some help. Yes, let me help you.
Yes.
But initially,
In the beginning, you answer yes or no. After that, you open up the conversation.
exactly, right? Okay, so for the next little bit, I want to have small talk with you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 6 is 12. That's 12 minutes plus another 3. Yeah, we've got time. So we'll do small talk for about 2 minutes. And this time, I want you guys to start a conversation with me. Each of you will get a chance. And sometimes I'll be friendly. Sometimes I won't. Let's see how that goes. Okay, guys? Anna, would you like to start?
Okay.
All right, so 2 minutes. Go ahead, please.
Excuse me. How can I get the restaurant? This restaurant, the Japanese.
Oh, you like Japanese food, do you?
Oh yes, I love it. It's mouth-watering. What about you?
Oh, are you kidding? I love I love I love sushi, sashimi, tabanaki. Oh, don't get me started. You're gonna make me hungry.
Yes. This restaurant is a kind of hole in the wall, you know. Um, it doesn't seem very beautiful, but when you come inside, oh gosh, it is gorgeous. And
Well, you know,
the
there's this
food there.
restaurant. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead, please.
Well, there's this restaurant just down on Wellington, and you know, it on the inside it's very modern. On the outside, it's just it's next to a train station. But you go inside and it's beautiful, modern. It's very deep. You've got all these tables where you can have sushi or sashimi, and then in the back you have tabernacle tables where the chef cooks up the food for you, and
Yes,
it's really good.
it's amazing. Do you go there often?
No, I have a young child, so we don't get to go anywhere often, but it is my favorite restaurant.
How old is your child?
Oh, about 11 months now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, our time's up. Sorry. So, well done. Good job. Started a conversation, and you'll notice there are a couple of times when Anna was asking me a question, I started to answer, and then she was still talking, and that's one thing you've got to be very cognizant of, or you've got to think about. Cognizant, that's our word for today. Because if you ask a question, pause, let the person answer. Because remember, the goal is to engage somebody in a conversation, right? To keep that conversation going, to get to know someone, or to then ask for something. Okay? Next, Jose, you've got 2 minutes.
Yes.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. What's the weather like in your city?
Oh, what's the weather like? Well, it's actually a little bit sunny right now. Actually, it's very sunny,
Yes.
but it's
I
also
see.
quite cold.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? Is it
In,
nice and warm
in,
where you are?
yes, in Spain the weather is good. We have 22 degrees. It's sunny. It is a sunny day today.
Nice. I love the sun.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful that we've had a lot of sunny days. It's just cold.
Yes. In your city very cold.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's you know, there's a saying, you can't blame a duck for quacking, right? You
Yes.
live in Canada, it's going to be cold. You can't escape it.
Okay. What do you do in your free time?
Well, I don't have a lot of free time because I have a young child, but I do like to be active. I go biking, walking. That's mostly it. Yeah, I like to get out and just go and walk around in the trails. And when my son gets old enough, I'll take him out for walks as well. So that's something I enjoy a lot. What about you?
Okay.
How do you
I
fill your
like
spare time?
I like running. I enjoy running. I run 2 or 3 times a week.
If you got a bike, you might get there quicker.
Okay. I think it's healthy.
All right, we just come up to our
Okay.
time.
Okay.
So yeah, a bit of humor there. I mean, I always tease runners because you're running, but if you used a bike, you could get there quicker. But
Yes.
running is not about trying to get someplace; it's about exercising, getting the fresh air. So well done again. Most
Okay.
of the conversation went well, but there was a point where, again, we need to pause a bit more. Okay, so keep an eye on that.
Okay.
Nina, it's your turn.
Sure. All right. So I heard that you like to do the biking. So I do too. What kind of bike do you have?
Oh, it's an old bike.
Okay. Wow. But so how did you get your bike? Where did you get it from?
Oh, I just bought it from a guy at work.
Hmm. I have the different type of bike you might be interested because to me, I'm a little petite and then I need to travel with my bike and then I have to go on the bus and take my bike on the bus. So the key thing that I'm looking for my bike is to be very light bike and foldable. Yeah.
Oh, so
Have you?
you take yours on the transit system with you?
Yeah. Have you tried that before?
Yeah, no, I do the same with mine. So when the weather's nice, I do a combination of walk to work or take the bus, walk to the bus.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really nice. I actually take the bike, and sometimes I'll just ride my bike to the bus and put it on the front of the bus. Other times I'll ride my bike all the way to work.
That's great, right? It's like, you can go
Yeah.
anywhere and then you can go further and then you change your mind. You just like, you get tired, you get on the transportation when you get up and then you just take your bike to somewhere you want to, right?
Yeah, it's not a very heavy bike too. Mine's quite light, but it doesn't fold.
Mm-hmm. Mine's foldable, so because the reason why I got the folding bike because my bike I lost my bike one time. So then, yeah, even I locked it, and so that's why I got the folding one, so I can carry it into the place I want to, like restaurant or anything like that. So I don't have to worry about it anymore, and it will be with me all the time.
Okay, good. Thank you, Nina. All right. Well done. Again, I was cold at the beginning. Yeah. And sometimes people are thinking. They're not trying to be rude. They're thinking. They're doing something else. They don't have time to speak, and they're just distant. Paul, are you ready?
Okay, let's try.
All right.
Yeah. Hello. How are you?
Not too bad, Paul. How are you?
Okay, I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, actually, I'm new in town, and I'm looking for cheap accommodation. Do you know where can I find one?
Not really. I mean, this is mostly a bedroom town. I think there are some hotels over by the freeway, but I honestly don't know much about them. You just have to go over there and check them out.
Okay, I see, thanks. Maybe there's some firms where can I go to and ask them? Do you know? Maybe. Can you tell
Well,
me about?
are you looking for a hotel or are you looking to rent a place?
I'd like to rent a flat or a room. Where
Oh,
can
okay.
I do
So,
it?
what I would do is contact a real estate agent, and they can help you not only buy houses but find a place to rent as well.
Oh yeah, that's a really great idea. And is accommodation expensive in this town?
Yes.
Okay, okay, yeah. And actually, I am looking for an English teacher as well. Um, can you help me find one?
No, I don't know any.
Okay, yes, yeah, all right. Okay.
No, actually, I actually, believe it or not, I'm an English teacher part-time, so I
Oh,
could certainly help you.
oh,
Where are you
really?
from?
Oh, I'm from Russia, and you can tell about it by my fake accent. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've always had a fondness for Russians. You know, I find Canada and Russia are very similar countries.
Oh, yeah, that's because they're cold countries. Yes, I think.
Yes, and
Yeah.
we have a very interesting relationship with the United States.
Okay, and what about it?
Sorry, we just hit 2 minutes.
Yeah,
But that
thanks.
was a good way to close because both Russia and Canada do have troubles dealing with the U.S. at times. The U.S. is a very big country, and they think they're the most powerful country in the world. So when you're a country the size of Canada, which is large land but small people, it's kind of like you're the little brother and they're a big brother. You kind of get pulled along everywhere. You don't want to, but yeah, it doesn't go well. All right, Saud, it's your turn. Go ahead, please.
Okay. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Friend, I have a Lamborghini car, and I think
Nice.
somebody steal it in front of
That
my
sucks.
apartment. Yeah. Can you help me, please? What should I do?
Well, you said you think they stole it. You're not sure?
I'm not sure. But
Well, you might want to find out before you lodge a complaint with us.
I cannot
D-
complain. I cannot call the police
why not? Is it?
because I had already stolen it. That's why I cannot report the police.
That's a bit of a problem. I don't know what to tell you other than that really sucks because Lamborghinis are very nice cars and
Yeah, yeah.
expensive.
I had stolen it. I get it free, and somebody steal it from me.
So you got yours free. How did you get it free?
Uh, I steal it, and somebody steal it from me.
Well, then maybe the person who stole it from you, maybe that was the original owner.
No, I know the owner.
Well, there's really not much I can do to help you there.
Okay, can you guide me to another Lamborghini? That should I steal
Yeah,
it?
well, you might want to consider looking in the papers where there might be Lamborghinis for sale.
Oh, good idea, friend. You are a good
Thank you,
robber, you
Saud.
man.
No, that was the best so far. Thank you. All right, Verdania, it's your turn. You have 2 minutes, so think of some of the conversations that we've had, but also some of the topics people haven't explored yet. Go ahead.
Okay, hello Simon. How are you?
Hello. I'm good, thanks.
Well, do you like traveling?
Yeah, I love traveling.
Oh, great. What countries have you visited?
I visited about 17 of the 17 states in the U.S. I've been to England, Italy, New Zealand, Australia, Singapore, China, Thailand, and I think that's it.
Okay, so you've never been in Latin America.
No, I haven't, and it's kind of bizarre that I haven't been to Latin America. It's mostly been Europe, I guess. But yeah, no, I haven't.
Can I ask why? Do you think it's dangerous?
Honestly, I think there are some dangerous parts, but that goes for pretty well anywhere in the world. No, it's more of it's just so far to go. China was a tough trip. That was 14-hour flight. I'm a little older now, and I hate sitting in a plane for too long, so I try to keep my trips to less than 7 hours.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So, well, what do you like? What do you like the most about teaching English?
Well, I guess it's conversations. I get to meet and talk to people from all over the world. It brings the world a lot closer. And in most cases, I think it's because I'm able to teach and offer something that people need. And so it's that need we all have to be able to help others. You're teaching valuable skills. So I'd say that's one of the biggest reasons. What about, oh, we're out of time. So very good job, because you actually got me talking and spending most of the time talking, which is very, very effective. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Excellent. Wellington, your last stop. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Hi, Simon. Simon, I was looking for your CV, and I saw that you has degree in technology. Tell me about this, because today I know that Canada is searching for people with great skills. Do you think is a good idea?
Well, I have a degree in business administration with many certificates, and one certificate is with the securities industry. I have certificates with project management, enterprise architecture, as well as Cisco and a few others. So I'm not so much technical today as I'm more into business strategy and analytics and project management. It's been a few years since I've gotten into the technical matters, but when it comes to system evolution or architecture, I do have some experience.
It's great, it's great. Today I work in a company that is responsible for the infrastructure from to the bank. And so when I was younger, I also did some courses about Cisco and the data. I think the area is great. But about the opportunities in Canada, do you think is a good idea to go there, work, searching for an employee? What do you
Well,
think
Wellington,
about
I
this?
think what really matters in technology today is security. So if you're good in security, you can go anywhere you want to. I think what Canada offers is Canada is what we would consider a very safe country. Crime is very low here. There's plenty of land. Yes, it's very expensive in the cities, but because there's so much land, you can always find a place to live. And if you're into security and you do consulting, then a lot of the work you can do would be from home. So thank you, Wellington. Now, one thing that Wellington did is he was very specific. He went into a topic area such as technology, which I wouldn't necessarily do. However, Wellington knew something about me. This could be at work, it could be another conversation, but because he knew something about me, he used that as a way to initiate the conversation. And he asked very good questions. Now, I didn't really have a chance to say, well, what about you, Wellington? Because Wellington really was driving the discussion. I would answer a question, I'd answer it well, and then he'd say very quickly, well, what about this? So I think you did a really good job, but the things to remember, guys, out of this lesson, and you're going to practice this every class you go to when a teacher asks you, how are you, where you're from, that's small talk starting. Practice those skills. Avoid serious topics about important issues.
Okay.
Top ones: politics, war, religion, death, money. And practice the other ones. If you don't know the person at all, go to the top ones, such as weather, travel, movies. All right? And if you know something about the person, then you can go into more detail. So class is coming to an end here. We've reached our time. I don't want to keep you guys from going over and missing your next class. Thank you, each and every one of you, for coming, and I hope to see you again soon. I don't have as many classes this week because I have some personal business to take care of. But I will be opening up some more classes this week once I have a chance to talk to my wife. So guys, thank you very much. Hope to see you soon, and don't forget, I do have private classes for those of you who are interested. Cheers, and we'll talk soon.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
You're welcome,
Take care.
guys. Bye-bye.
Bye bye,
Cheers.
guys. Thank you. Thank you, Simon.
Bye-bye. You're welcome.